Hey, it's Dave Nassani. 3 minutes of Dave's Hammock Wisdom, CaregiverDave.com. And I'm still here in Waikiki. And we have our jet setter dog, Jackson. Say hello, Jackson. Hey, hello. It's kind of dark, you probably can't see him. But yeah, it's nighttime here, and I just got back from the doctor. He gave me some injections for my feet. I had arthritis that I do not claim. It's not my arthritis, so it's got to go. And while he was doing that, I've been trying to get on Hawaii television here. It's very difficult right now to do this because the news and the media is just saturated with impeachment, with what's that called? The virus, the coronavirus. I mean, they just got their hands full. The caregiving is very low on the totem pole for segments when you're talking about those two things. So a good friend of mine, she's in my income doubler support group. Not a support group, but it's kind of like a mastermind. She suggested, well, Dave, why don't you talk about how burned out caregivers can have a higher incidence with a compromised immune system, and blah blah blah. And so I'm in there talking to my doctor about the injections in my foot and everything, and I'm thinking, hey, I'm trying to get on a television show here in Hawaii. I've done it once before in all of the 4 networks, and it's been tough to get back on there because I don't know whether they're thinking they've already heard the story or they're just so busy. Last year when I was here, their excuse was, oh man, we're dealing with 3 hurricanes, we don't have time to do a segment about caregiving, and I get it. Seems like Hawaii is always going through something. That other time they were dealing with a false alarm missile threat from North Korea. I was here when the alarms went off and I was on the beach. But anyway, getting back to that, I says, Doc, I got an idea from a friend. If a caregiver is stressed out, or for that matter, if anybody's stressed out, and they're exposed to somebody who's coughing, like in a doctor's office, for example, who has the coronavirus, are they more likely or less likely to get, the symptoms and for it to last as long? And he says, well, in my professional opinion, if you're burned out, your immune system is compromised. And if you're compromised, you're going to get the symptoms earlier versus someone who is not. And it could take a while for you to work through all of that. And yes, it does lower your mortality rate. I said, mortality rate, that means you're going to die sooner? And he says, yes, that's what that means. I says, okay, well, so I sent segment proposals to all of the 4 producers saying just that, that I've got a segment on the coronavirus, which should get their attention immediately because that's all they're talking about anyway. And I'm talking about how the founder of the Doctors of Waikiki, Dr. Aaron Wu, has confirmed that this is so. And he's a friend of mine, and I'm sure I can either get him on the show, but he is very busy, or at the very least I can get a Skype-like video segment for him. And so now I sent them all out, 4 networks, and I'm just waiting for the response. And so cross your fingers, say your prayers that they'll pick up on this, because I gave them I'm only available like 2 days this week and 4 days I think next week. So I'm available 6 days I gave him. And the doctor already told me that he's very, very busy and he doesn't think that he can do it. He's running the clinic. He's got a 14-month-old. But I think I can get him to do the video, the Skype video, because he can do that at his convenience. It'll be pre-recorded. And I think that would be good enough for them. They need stuff to fill up airtime, because you don't want to just keep repeating the same thing over and over again. People get bored with that. I mean, I was listening to the impeachment debates, and I so appreciated that the Republicans only took like 9 hours. Is that what they took for all 3 days? And the Democrats took 23 hours. And really all they did was just repeat themselves over and over. Now, I'm not taking sides, so don't send me any emails. I'm just stating a fact that one side took 9 hours and one side took 23 hours, and one side was less boring than the other side because they just repeated themselves over and over again. I had a mother-in-law who would repeat herself over and over again, and I would say, oh, but you already told me that. And she just, oh, did I? And then she'd go on and continue to tell me. Well, God rest her soul. She has gone with her maker now, so we don't have to listen to the stories anymore. But I'm glad, and she's glad that she finally went, because she was being tortured. Anyone with dementia is being tortured. You see how I'm so easily distracted by other stories. All right, 3 minutes a day's Hammock Wisdom. Got to go. Talk to you later, and God bless you. Bye-bye.